I'm not trying to make this into like some kind of an AA video or something stupid like that. I don't care. Do whatever you want with your life. I mean that. What's up, guys? So, welcome to the video. 30 days of going completely sober, in my experience, has been amazing. I'm way over 30 days by far at the timing of this video, but what I want to try and do is kind of give you guys an idea of what you will experience when you decide to do it. If you decide to do that, if you're curious about doing it, I would suggest you give it a shot. For the first 2 weeks, reaching into a 30-day no alcohol type deal, you're going to start kind of feeling, how can I say this, the will or the unwillingness to actually do it. You're going to be able to determine, in my experience, whether or not this is something that's going to come easy to you, come naturally, it's not an issue, and your mind will start to kind of be like, okay, cool, this is nice. It's like a warm-up, all right? So my experience within the first 2 weeks, like I said, was a great indicator of whether or not I actually wanted to do it or not. All right, that being said, let's get into the actual kind of mental things, not the physical things, we'll do that in like a different video, but the mental aspects of everything, all right? So in the first 2 weeks, I was able to kind of start to see more clear, if you will, all right? So that led me into a mindset of like, all right, cool. I can do anything. I can do anything. All right. So that was my experience with the first 2 weeks. It was kind of like a clarity and a solidification type of mindset. All right. So 30 days, when I hit that point, for me, was absolute proof. There was no question about it. It was not something I relied on. I didn't need it. It wasn't necessarily a habit, if you will. It was just kind of something that it was just part of my life for a long time then, and the 30 days solidified it. That's what it did for me mentally. Not going to get into the physical part of it, another video for that. 30 days is the solidification, sustainable kind of a stage. Now, I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert, and if you want an expert, I suggest you seek one out. But in my opinion, I think you're good within about 15 to 20 days, in my opinion. If you can go 15 to 20 days without any drinking whatsoever, you're in a good state of mind. Your body's gonna thank you for it, all right? That's just my opinion. I think they say 28 days, whatever the case is. But to me, 30 days is a solidification, sustainable proof. All right, so after the 30th day and beyond, is when I started to kind of notice the positives and the negatives. And what I want to do is kind of give you an idea of my experience with the positives and the negatives and kind of just like touch base on that. I noticed that I wound up having what I call a clarity overload going on. And it kind of consisted of seeing things that I never saw before, as far as the people around me or even the people I was associating with on social media and things like that. Like, I never really realized like who my friends were and stuff like that. You know, like you have friends, then you have drinking buddies, all right? And I'm not trying to make this into like some kind of an AA video or something stupid like that. I don't care. Do whatever you want with your life. I mean that. I actually find joy, this is part of the clarity thing, I find joy in watching other people have a good time. I don't knock anybody for it. When I see somebody going to a brewery or something like that, I think that's great. I want people to be happy, you know what I mean? But after the 30 days, I kind of realized that like that wasn't really for me anymore. So that was part of the clarity thing, which was a positive. The only thing is, the negative part of that was the people. Like, I started to realize that there was people in my life that weren't even the party people, but they just weren't the right people. So I kind of cleared my whole mindset with that, with 30 days of just no blockers, if you will. And it made things just so much better for me. It made it just so much easier just to just get rid of just like garbage. All right, so check this out. As soon as you start getting closer to the 30 days, you're gonna kind of have no escape. Now, This sounds like it should be a negative, but it's not. This is a positive, in my opinion, okay? So let me just kind of explain this. We're going to use the work example because that seems to be something that a lot of people kind of deal with, and we've all experienced at one point or another not liking their jobs or not liking their bosses, whatever the case is. Maybe you're not fortunate to have like a mentor. I definitely was, I'm not gonna lie, but I wasn't always that fortunate. So here is what I mean by you have no escape. Friday comes, you just wanna hang out and party and forget about the boss that you really just don't like. You're miserable. You don't wanna be at work. You hate it, all right? Let's just be honest with you, you hate it. So what do? You try to escape it, right? Going completely dry for 30 days is gonna force you to figure out your next steps, okay? It could be anything, all right? In my case, I had to like kind of figure out if I wanted to either one, be with that crew or that company, you know what I'm saying, and stay and stick it out. Two, stop caring so much about what the hell other people thought about me. Three, stop caring so much about the job, to be honest with you, because I mean, let's be honest here. Sometimes you do jobs for a very long time and you just kind of become a robot anyway, all right? I'm not saying I did the bare minimum, but I did enough to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I have to do and I don't care what you think because I'm tired of it. I'm stressed about it and I had nothing to block me. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Like, going in and the weekends come and like you need to clear your mind or else you're gonna have a terrible weekend, all right? So that's what I mean by having no escape. That could be anything. That could be your finances too. So if you have no escape from, you know, I don't know, buying too many coffees or something and now you're broke, you're gonna figure it out now. Or even better, you don't have the finances because you spent it all on alcohol. See? There you go, problem solved. After you get to a certain point, you're gonna have what I call better step back moments. A step back moment is pretty simple and it's used in all of your life, you just kind of don't realize it. But a step back moment is like when you're coming up to hang out with your friends and they're like, would you like a drink? And you go, I don't know. I don't think I do. Because then you put yourself in the future, you step back, you think about it for a second, you decide right then and there if it's worth, you know, taking the risk of being tired the next morning, so you know you don't want to miss the gym, or it could be, you know, you want to sit down and actually enjoy your Saturday mornings with your kids, you know, watch some TV, whatever's on these days. I honestly don't know. I mean, my thing when I was a kid was like Fraggle Rock and like Transformers and G.I. Joe and stuff. So that just goes to show you how old I am. All right. But that's a step back moment. You're going to have better step back moments because you always have a step back moment. We all have them. Everybody has a step back moment. When you decide if you want a slice of pizza or not, that's a step back moment. All right. And when you decide if you want to kind of like say something to somebody, that's a step back moment. You're going to have better clarity with your step back moments. You're going to think way better after 30 days. I'm telling you, you're going to respond. You're going to stop reacting so much. That is a fact. That is not my opinion. That is a fact. After 30 days of going completely dry from alcohol, you are going to notice that your brain is thinking very differently. It's thinking. It's actually thinking on a higher level. And I'm not just talking garbage. That's the truth, all right? I know from my own experience that you go from reacting to something to responding to something. There is a difference. If you don't know what the difference is, I'll just tell you very quickly. When you react to something, it's instant. When you respond to something, you think about it. All right? When you respond to something, it's more like a win-win situation, whereas when you react to something, it's kind of like you don't care about a win-win situation, you just care about you. It's a little narcissistic if you ask me. You know what I mean? But that is something that you're going to notice. You're going to notice that your mind is like way sharper and ready to respond. Last but not least, boredom. That is something that you will encounter. I should have put this in before everything else, but I figured if you made it this far, that's great. I appreciate you like no other. Like, subscribe, you know the deal, share it with people. All right, boredom. Boredom is going to be inevitable because you're just not used to like not drinking, really. It's such a social thing. You know, you've done it for a while, because let's face the facts here. If you searched this video, you clicked on this video because you saw 30 days without alcohol, that means you've been kind of going a little bit overboard, more than likely. Let's just be honest here. So boredom is gonna set in, and you're gonna have to learn to deal with it. All right, so really quickly, just give you a couple things that you're gonna have to learn to do. This is gonna have to be on your own. I can give you the ideas of what you can learn, but this is gonna have to be on you. You're gonna have to put the work in to actually do this. You're gonna have to learn something new. Anything. Just learn something new. Anything. Learn about aliens. I don't know. Go to the pawn shop and go get a guitar. Play guitar. You're probably gonna suck at it, but it'll give you something to do. It'll give you something to learn. Even if you do it for 10 minutes a day on a Saturday, it's kind of gonna like replace just sitting there. Which also brings me to another one. Learn to do nothing. Learn to do nothing. This was a very, 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 very difficult one for me, and it still is a very difficult one for me, and it's been a very long time completely dry. So learn to do nothing. Watching TV is not a bad thing, guys. Watching TV too much, that could be a bad thing. When people sit there and they try to tell you that watching TV is not the hustler's way and it's not productive and things like that, they're talking out of their ass. I say that they're talking out of their ass because if you don't learn how to relax, you will not be productive. If you don't learn how to sit back, kick back, and just chill, you're gonna be stressed beyond anything. And you're never gonna get the escape that you had when you were drinking if you don't learn how to just do nothing. When you get kind of bored, you're also gonna develop a skill, okay? That you're gonna have to learn how to do. You're gonna have to learn how to plan better. What I mean by that is plan days, okay? Plan your weekends. If you have a family, this is the perfect opportunity to do something with them. If you have a significant other, this is a perfect opportunity to figure out things to do with them, to rekindle things, rekindle the love for an interest in things like that, okay? This is a good opportunity to do that. This is a good opportunity to do nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? Go for walks in the park with your kids, you know, like find out what they're into. Maybe you don't know what they're reading, they're watching on TV, just learn about it. You might not know these things. This is a good opportunity to learn those things. If you don't want to play guitar, learn things about your kids. I mean, there's so many cool things that kids do these days. Like, and honestly, like video games are cool too. Maybe play some video games with your kids. You know, you don't have to do it all day, or with your significant other. Also, this is just as important. It might actually be more important. Learn to do things by yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, okay? Plan days, go for a trip, go to the museum, just do something. These are the things you're gonna have to learn. You are gonna have to learn how to do, okay? Because 30 days it's not a long time, but if you don't kind of prepare for it, you're just wasting it. All right, so take this opportunity rather, and just do something for you. All right, guys, I hope that wasn't too long. I hope it kind of helps you out a little bit, and I will be making more of these videos for you guys, a little more in-depth. This was kind of, truth be told, kind of just thrown all over the place, but nonetheless, very important. All right, like I said, if you did enjoy this, you know what to do. I don't know what outlets this is going to be on, but like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, right? I really do appreciate everything. All right, I appreciate you guys getting to the end of this video, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.